Hope that you are safe and well. Today, and despite of the pandemic, or perhaps because of it, humanity is faced with more and more divisions, hatred, confrontations, nationalist or populist temptations, so as to continue to seek scapegoats. Beethoven has been asking us for more than 200 years that it's time to change the tone. In the recitativo of the baritone, which introduces Schiller's Ode to Joy, with his own words, he tells us, Freunde, nicht diese Töne, friends, not anymore of this tone. We have to build a new tone of fraternity, of concord, of unity, of love between all of us, men and women of a single race, the human race. Music is undoubtedly that extra soul that unites, that speaks to our hearts and minds, to our emotions and affects, and that has proven how it was balm for many of us during the confinement. The Centre Européen de Musique, supported and driven by Europa Nostra, wants to take up the torch of all those who in an exemplary manner have built the musical, artistic and literary domain of Bougival. We saved the house of Georges Bizet, where the most universal of French composers has composed the most popular opera in the world for 130 years, Carmen, and died in that same house at the age of 36. The Domaine des Frênes, where Pauline and Louis Viardot and their friend Ivan Turgenev drew a European cultural conscience, a bulwark against growing nationalism. There where Victor Hugo took inspiration to write this magnificent text, The United States of Europe, Les États-Unis d'Europe. But where also the Impressionist school had one of her cradles with the forerunner Turner, and then Renoir, Monet, Sisley, Berthe Morisot, Pissarro, and many others. Today, we want to reconnect with this tradition, and after having saved this heritage, we want to give it a future. 4 missions are ours: training and music education, unique in Europe, with the wide range of transdisciplinarity, and where young musicians will be confronted with real musical life making, 50% of the auditorium season being their season. They will be sensibilized to mediation, cultural mediation, and all the connections with music, assuming the responsibility of being a musician in a society more just to build. The scientific research is our mission also, where, led by our scientific council of about 20 eminent humanists, scientists, clinicians, will establish a brain music research laboratory, as well as all the capacities recognized today by the science of the contribution of music to health and to well-being, but also the preservation of an endangered heritage, that of musical traditions and cultures, often of oral transmission from all continents, and which deserve that we defend and perpetuate them with the digitization of this whole repertoire. And transmission, where an intergenerational residence will emerge, where retired musicians will coexist with the students of the academy, allowing the first to continue living in and with music in a transgenerational link, which may only be a wish for longevity. Europe thought and lived culturally in Bougival. As Orlando Figes would say, the European cultural market was born around Pauline, Louis, Ivan, and George. And we need today, more than ever, to have this symbol and meaning, values and humanism, and how not to realize that music is the European cultural identity par excellence. From Greece and Rome, the Middle Ages, with, for example, the pilgrimage of the Way of St. James, de Saint-Jacques de Compostelle, the School of Notre-Dame de Paris, the Renaissance, Bach and the suites with the gigue that comes from Ireland, Mozart the traveler, Beethoven the universalist, Schubert the wanderer, Bizet the polyglot. Last but not least, the fact that our project has two female guardians, Pauline Viardot and Carmen. Both symbols of courage. The first wants to prove to the world that we can be woman, singer, pianist, composer, designer, polymath, and Carmen, who still shows today that freedom is the way, that of being able to choose. So join us in this venture. Join us in the Centre Européen Musique. And next Sunday, let's play music. As Shakespeare says, music is the food of love. Play on.